What would Jesus do?
I don't know. What would he do?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask Tyler Perry.
Hey, Jared. Oh, Carol, your hair is so pretty. Who doing your hair? Lord have mercy. How you doing?
Mabel Simmons, you come before me more than you go to the doctor for a checkup.
Listen, I done changed my life. You ain't got to say nothing. I am living for the Lord. I am living for the Lord. I am living for the Lord.
Madea may be living for the Lord, but now her creator, Tyler Perry, owns a little bit of it, trademarking the phrase, "What would Jesus do?"
Hey, you know the phrase. It's been popular on bracelets and T-shirts since the 90s, but should anyone really own it? To discuss, we're joined by branding expert Michael Rama and criminal defense attorney Janet Johnson. Good to have both of you.
Morning, guys.
Janet, let's start with you. Janet, why register this? It's such a common phrase now, both inside and outside the church. Why feel a need to protect it?
Because you're a genius and you're Tyler Perry, and that's why he's Tyler Perry and we're not. This is an expression that's been around since the 1800s. But what trademark does is you can use it in a title, in a movie, in a TV show. You know, look at Kellogg's. They trademarked it's great or they're great. They also have a trademark on mothers. That doesn't mean I can't say mother, but if I try to sell a product by using that expression or that word, then I'm in trouble. And that's what he's doing. He's going to sell a TV show. He's going to promote something that's going to have that title in it.
So, Michael, does this give him the right to, I guess, go after people who are wearing the bracelets or creating the bracelets, not individuals? But if he wants to start this new franchise, WWJD, he can go after people who aren't using it in the way he approves of?
Well, I suppose he could go after them, but the question is, why would he need to, or why would he? He's a brilliant marketer. He understands perfectly what he's doing right now. Witness, we're here today. The first kickoff move is a public relations coup for him to talk about what would Jesus do becomes what would Tyler do. So I think the question is, as we've just said, what's he going to do with it? Where will he own it? And how tightly is he going to control it? Really is going to depend on where it's going to reside in the broader picture of what his empire looks like right now.
Janet, you know, with this, there's bound to be some confusion here. What does it mean for the average person who wants to wear a "What Would Jesus Do" bracelet or a T-shirt like we've seen all over the place?
It means nothing. I mean, he actually said in his filing, he's not trying to trademark the word Jesus, which, you know, thanks, Tyler. That's big of you. But, you know, it really doesn't mean anything. If I launch a TV show and I call it WWJD, then Tyler Perry's going after me. But if I'm wearing a bracelet or a T-shirt, not only won't he, because he said he wouldn't, I don't think he could do it. And, you know, the important thing is if he does nothing with it, then it doesn't matter. Then, you know, he can't actually go after anybody because he has to use it in a project.
Are the rules governing, I mean, I don't know if these are written anywhere, Michael, but the rules governing monetizing faith and religion, and Jesus especially, are they different as they'd be compared to anything else? I mean, is there a thin line of taste in this arena?
Well, Victor, you've hit upon it. Whether the rules are written or not, it's a question of how far do you want to push it and what's appropriate usage of it. There are certainly guidelines and laws, and I defer to my colleague on the legal aspects of that, but there's the domain, the public domain usage of this and how much he wants to push the boundaries. I don't think we're going to see inappropriate use. I think probably if he follows character, we're going to see brilliant use. This is a man who gets marketing and gets branding probably better than many in his field.
All right, Michael Rama, Janet Johnson, WWJD. We shall see what
becomes
Tyler
of it.
Perry does with it.
Yes.
Thank you both.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
both.
So are you